What's up, guys?
What's up? What's
good?
up?
What up? Welcome to Behind the Grind, Volume 41. I am your host, Trip B. This is my co-host.
Yes, I jumped the gun. Oh shit! We're gonna get this right one time.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, you're all right because nobody's in here yet. So they gave us the benefit of the doubt on that one. But I'm gonna run this little Behind the Grind commercial intro show, and we're gonna come back. What up, folks? We got some people in here now. Welcome to Behind the Grind 41. I am your host, Trip B.
And I'm Johnny Concepts.
I
thought you were gonna throw me the alley oop this time, but you didn't.
No, D Wade, LeBron. Guys, today it is a pleasure to have my homie with us. We got the homie Dtaylz, the Prophet, in the building. Dtaylz, say what's up, man.
It was good, everybody.
Yeah, chilling, man, chilling. Guys, if you're not familiar with Dtaylz, the affiliate, Mr. Dtaylz, the Prophet, we got some verses lined up for you guys to hear. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into one of those verses right now. My good friend AOK was kind enough to go ahead and upload these right to the StreamYard for me, so I don't have to click 800 screens back and forth and share shit. So big ups to AOK for that.
Appreciate
good man.
Link.
Yeah. Dtaylz. What one should I bump first, bro? Copyright or the barbecue verse?
Oh,
I'm biased to the barbecue verse. Yeah,
barbecue. All right, guys, check it out. Welcome to everyone who's in here. We're gonna play Dtaylz, the Prophet right now. This is verse from last year's Bars at the Barbecue. It was a great event. We have another one coming up this summer. Be on the lookout on Facebook for those details, and I hope to see you all there. It's always a great time. Look at that. It's almost like he knew what was going on. All right, here we go. Mics will be muted while this plays, guys, just FYI. All right, here we go.
Y'all label me a nuisance as the new kid for excellence in my execution. Hitman, they hang off my words, every punch a noose in. Cut the mic off your hand, attach my palms on the blueprints. Your body's in a trash bag, I'm just tying up my loose ends. Cause the truth is, y'all just hear rumors of what I used to do. Diary of a hustler, sick shit that I used to move. X pills in the shape of moons, clovers, money and stars. When I get it from the plug, look like a bag of Lucky Charms. But I'm suited for a new day, black straps in the suitcase. I'm Bruce Wayne, rounds exit your side like it was loose change. Who's changed? Want blood, but they hate bleeding. Reluctant to raise arms first like an AA meeting. Ha! My name is Dtaylz, and I was addicted to coke sluts. Y'all don't want no smokes, and I don't fuck bitches with no butts. Intentional walking, y'all playing the catch-up game. We at the barbecue, what's red on your shirt ain't ketchup stains.
You said I'm addicted to coke sluts.
Yeah. I don't do sluts with no butts. Damn, we got some comments in here. Darrell, what up? This is hard, he said. Pause. We got Knowledge in here. What's up, Knowledge?
What up,
Mom, what's up? So Dtaylz, man, that was a dope verse. The barbecue was a dope ass event.
Yeah, it was.
But before we get into that, I just want to ask you, man, how did hip hop come into your life? Was hip hop something that always was in the house, or was hip hop something you found, growing up through friends and shit?
In the neighborhoods I grew up in, I could always like hear it. Like my mother became like strict Christian when I was like 6 or 7. But before that, it was everywhere in the house. We always had people in and out of the house. Everybody like all the house parties, like back then when it was like MC Hammer, Rex and Effects, Run DMC, Rakim, I'm showing my age, but they the kids would practice the dances, it's kind of like, that's how I started getting into it was hearing it first. People systems were a big thing when I was a kid. So when cars would drive by banging a beat, I would just like hear the beat and that, like, I was hypnotized, bro. Like, everything about the culture, boom boxes at the basketball court. People were still rocking the big boom boxes then, Graffiti was everywhere in Providence. Still is, but so hip hop was everywhere, you know. So I was just like enamored by it, and my mother kind of being strict on it made me only want to know about it even more, you know.
Right. Oh yeah, true that. Oh, go ahead, Johnny. My phone.
So, with your mother being like strict on it, and like, so you had to like sneak around to listen to hip hop. How did you like start writing and stuff? I like that shirt, bro.
Thanks, bro.
How did you start writing and stuff, and how did you get the name Dtaylz and start getting into hip hop in that way?
So, it was a little. So, I heard most of that question, but I think I know what you asked me. So, I got the name Dtaylz. Like I said, I loved graffiti. My way of getting around the censored part of it, as long as it wasn't censored. Actually, as long as pretty much anything that wasn't like to anything to do with being Christian was not allowed in my mother's house. But like my cousins listened to it, you know, the neighborhood kids listened to it. So I snuck around pretty much, and we rented movies from the library. So Wild Style, Breaking 2. I mean, all the old school like hip hop movies were at the library. So I started breakdancing as a young kid, watching those moves. Graffiti, you know, Wild Style. Graffiti was huge in that movie, and I started tagging my own name, and Dtaylz was my first tag before it was a rap name. It was a tag name, and the lettering is crazy, and people misspell it or say it wrong. I know, and yeah, my cousin, cardboard box in the driveway. We used to cut up cardboard boxes in Providence in the driveway, listening to KRS-One. My cousin, yeah, he was my partner in crime. But with all that, you know, we used to battle each other, and then we would go when we got old enough. We go to the clubs and battle, and
oh shit,
you know, with music though, with me actually rapping. Let me segue into that. I started writing, or tried to start writing, I should say, and I just for some reason I couldn't capture it, so I started freestyling nonstop. I couldn't get enough of it. I started battling. I started going to parties, and I would try to find anybody rapping and try to battle them. You know, if you were rapping at a party in like 1999 and 2000, I was looking for you. You know,
right.
if you were rapping outside downtown Providence at 11 o'clock at night, I was coming and joining you. You know, I would freestyle to anybody. And yeah,
I was gonna say, I'm surprised you didn't run into Lingo back in the day on the corners over there freestyle.
So we've talked before, and a lot of the people that he's mentioned over the years is people that like are familiar to me, like not directly, but like people that I like, you know, people that were like I knew of, you know, Fed Hill guys, just like a lot of the people that showed up for Sunday Night Grind in the beginning, a lot of like the older guys that he was cool with. The names, you know, a lot of those names are so familiar from like 90.3 back in the day. After like 3 o'clock, they used to play. Sometimes they would play just beats, and you know, in the car, smoke a blunt, freestyle.
Fact.
That's what's up.
Fact.
You go way back, man.
So yeah,
Dtaylz ain't no new kid on the block, man. Dtaylz is an OG in this shit, man.
Yeah.
He just took the long scenic route and came away from hip hop and his artistry of it, and then kind of went into some crazy shit, and then came back into hip hop, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. So
yeah,
how did
Sunday night? No, not Sunday.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sunday Night Mike's, you mean? AOK says no.
Well, no. So Sunday Night Mike's I heard about. Sunday Night Grind in the first few episodes. I can't remember his name, but there was a few people that Lingo knew that like I remembered their names from like back during that time. You know what I mean? Like dudes in the chat. So I started freestyling at parties. Then it became something where I was like, then it became something I started to take a little more serious. I started like doing battles, doing like actual setup battles. I put on my own b-boy and my own b-boy battle and my own. I put on my own performance. I was starting to get like a little bit of, at least in the people I was dealing with, barbershops, and I was starting to get some good steam. People were, like, yo, you got to do this. You got to, yo, what are you doing? You got to, you got to do something with this. I never wrote. So I started getting invited to studios, and I started getting like phone numbers and producers, and they're like, bro, it's great that you freestyle, but you got to write. Yeah. Like, it's great that you that's awesome. And I was like, okay, I started getting studio time, and I started that process. I'd say like 2006, 2007, I started that process, and then life had other plans. Or I shouldn't say that, because I was very proactive in that part of my life. I decided to go a different way. Negatively, I found, I was looking for things in different areas,
Speak on it, bro.
different things. So different things that happen with like mental health, and I started getting involved. I started chasing like hustling. I was hustling positive with the hip hop music. I was doing like great things with business. But on the side, I was doing something not so positive. I was an amateur pharmacist. We'll just call it what it is. That lifestyle was ultimately something that turned into something that enveloped my whole life. Eventually, hip hop and anything that was positive got pushed out. And I battled with mental health big during that time. Losing family members. I had a suicide attempt that I survived. But hip hop just didn't. I was always there. Like I was always like watching it like a jealous girlfriend kind of, like I was always like looking through the cracks, like, yo, like I miss it. Like, man, you know what? But that's something that that I blew it. I always just thought of it like, yo, I blew it. It's never gonna happen for me, And life dragged on like that for a while. Like a lot of people that get into those situations where they sell drugs, use drugs, become involved with the court system, the mental health system. Life can end fast, or life can just drag you away from everything and make you believe that you can't become anything but that.
Right.
And I don't know if you want me to keep going to where I came to now with it, but
well, I just want to say first off is that obviously you are back now, and after speaking on you finding hip hop, coming up in a hip hop culture, coming up in Providence, being on the corners, finding the b-boy stuff, doing the graffiti stuff. Dtaylz became your first graffiti tag. It's now your rap name. You spoke on your issues with mental health and how you put hip hop to the side in order to pursue these other avenues that maybe weren't as healthy, and now you came back to the game, and yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. So how did you decide like to stop having that attitude of like, oh, it's never gonna happen, and it's too late for me, and I fucked up, and how did you get involved with like Grime Mode Cypher, and how did this all come back into your life?
First of all, thank you for helping guide my ADD back into it. Yeah. Second, during that time period, like I said, I never mind music. During that time period, I just assumed I was gonna either get like locked up, get my house raided. I just assumed the worst. Over time, I had my first child. I didn't really make the changes I needed to. I guess shit was still breaking then. My father had just died. My uncle had been murdered by the police. He was mentally handicapped. He was murdered outside my grandmother's house. He had the brain of a 10-year-old boy. He was an adult, but they handcuffed him and they murdered him in front of my mother and my aunt and my So that shit just fueled it even more, and not saying, excuses are excuses, but I use that as just the fuel to kind of keep going the wrong way. I think I met my wife, I want to say in 2013, and I started to really around that time make changes to. One day, she never pressured me to you got to change. She was just like, yo, hey, you want to see your kid and be alive? Like, this is what's here, this is what's going to be there. But, you're going to die if not, and she was right. Everybody I was living with at that time is now dead. We met, my son was born, and one year after another, things started changing for the better. My relationship with my kids got better. I started finding people to talk to. I started taking the right steps and I stopped believing the lie that there was no hope. I stopped believing the lie that I couldn't become anything. I'd say 2000 so things started moving along. I started getting my health back. I started getting my, things just, when you're doing the right thing, what happens when you're moving along, things start clicking. Well, something clicked, and my wife's like, bro, you need a hobby, you need something, my old life is gone. Those friends that's gone. This is all new. Right. So I was like, I'm like, the only thing that I can really remember about what I loved about life was hip hop. So I got on an app called Battle Me. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. It was for me, it was I don't want to say this word because it's corny as fuck, but it's serendipity. All right. I didn't know how to say that shit, but listen, it was because I had a shirt back in the 2000s that said Battle Me. I used to walk around with parties that said Battle Me, and people would be like, oh, really? They'd be like, oh, word? And I'd be like, yeah, well, what's good? It was a picture of me with a microphone in my hand that said Battle Me. And so when I saw that app, I was like, okay, word. I'm going to download it. I downloaded it. I fucking recorded in my bathroom with toilet paper next to me and recorded my first few, whatever you call it. I got some good reaction. I did a couple battles on there. I got good feedback, and then I was like, all right, I bought a microphone. Yo, okay. So I bought a microphone. My cousin, who produces, you guys have met him at the show. He always a positive influence in my life too. Like, yo, D, hip hop's there, bro. So during this time, he started to, he was always into the music. He started to do what he always wanted to do with the beats. So he started making beats. I started to take it a little more serious. I'd say 2019, I started writing for the first time, writing constructed songs, writing bars, not freestyling, right. not just winging it, not just, whatever the fuck you call it. Started learning how to write bars. And it's at first I was a little I'm like, yo, I'm old as fuck. I'm learning how to write bars. Should I even be doing this? Right. Should I even be doing this? But it made me feel good. It just made, every time I made something, every time I did anything, I started battling on Discord. Discord has battle leagues. I started battling on Discord. And that was like a little more, it was live, but it wasn't in person. 2020, I did my first live battle beginning of 2020. My opponent didn't show up. My wife showed up pregnant like a soldier, sat in the corner, so no one made fun of her. But I still got to get some bars off. And 1 month later, I had my first grind mode Cypher. So I had known about grind mode for probably like 5 years. Like I said, I was watching online, like friends. I had a friend. I have a friend, Johnny. I don't know if you guys know Ethics Lone Wolf. He did it.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out Ethics.
So yeah, Ethics is dope. So Ethics had been on a Cypher, and I remember watching and contacting him, being like, "Yo," during that time period, like, "Yo, bro, that's so dope." He's like, "Yo, man, like, yo, I remember you used to rap, like, you know," and I was like, "Yeah." So that's when I kind of first found out about grind mode, and then I would always see grind mode. Like I said, I was always checking for hip hop, so I'd always see Cyphers here and there. Like, never really knew any specific names besides, like, you know, Lingo and a few of the others, because I was still in my own shit. But so Friday, Goodish. Friday was doing the online battle shit too. That's how I met Friday, Goodish.
Oh shit, okay.
Shout out Friday. So me and Friday, yeah, shout out Friday. Me and Friday became like tight because we both were kind of in the same boat. We were ready to take it to something bigger. We both had just done a Cypher for the app. And we you know, we went one after another, and we were both like, bro, yo, we were talking about grind mode, and we were like, how the fuck do you get on a grind mode? We were talking about it for like a week. Like, yo, we should just send him, we should just send him the Cypher we just did. He's like, yo, I don't think that's how it works. And so we were like, because we're like, we want to start doing stuff. So all of a sudden he sends me a message, and then he sends me like 4 more messages, and he shows me the when Lingo puts that promo out for any MCs, and he's like, yo, this is gonna be in Providence, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. We were just talking about it, you know. This was the Beast of the East. It was a volume 20. Well, the volume 23 was just the Cypher I was in, but it was the Beast from the East in 2020, right before COVID. And that
was a dope event.
Yo, that event really like changed the outcome of everything I did from there on out from music, pretty much, bro. Wow. You know, like so Friday came down from upstate New York, stayed at my crib. You know, I told my wife, like, yeah, this kid I met online is coming to stay over. She, like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, but you know, my wife thought I was like going crazy for a second, but no, Friday's family now, you know. But so Friday comes down. I'm on the Cypher. AOK led off the Cypher. Cyanide was on it. Vendetta, the one I was on, and I think like the biggest first of all, the hip hop I remember going to shows, and I remember everybody was always like fucking shady. Everybody was like, yo, like fighting, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm too old for this shit, bro. I can't deal with that kind of, you know. I'm thinking like, I don't know what this is gonna be like. I don't know if people are gonna hate on me, or I got that in the back of my head a little, and then I go, yo, it was just everybody was fucking just dope, bro. Like everybody was cool. Everybody was mad friendly, and I shared my fucking insecurities because I'm a walking you know, conversation. You know, I talked to Vendetta about like I told him like, yo, I feel a little weird being older doing this. Who else did Block McCloud? I didn't even know who he was. You know, because he came up to me after my Cypher verse, and he was like, yo, that was dope. I didn't know who, dude, because I've been away from hip hop, and I was talking to him a little about like, I probably talked about being old to like 6 people. That's how old I am. I talked about being old. But
sorry.
But everybody was like, bro, if you love it and it makes you happy, who gives a fuck?
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, facts.
And
truth be told.
After that, COVID slowed a lot of shit down, bro. You know, you guys obviously know no Cyphers were shot after that. Besides the COVID ones.
Yeah. I just want to say, yeah, that's dope, man. I'm glad that you went from I want to say fan because you lived the shit too and stuff, but I'm glad it all came full circle, man. And it's crazy how you and Friday Goodish, you know, who's a dope affiliate himself and who is on Behind the Grind Volume 20, I believe. You know, you guys were, you know, you guys came as like a combo pair in my eyes when I first met you. I'm like, okay, these guys are rolling together or whatever. And I had no clue that you met through the Discord battle thing. So that's dope. And that's fun that you share that. What was I gonna say though? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you and Friday, man, dope tandem, and awesome to have you a part of the team, obviously. But I remember that Beast from the East event, and that Cypher you was on was a dope first Cypher to be on. Usually, I don't think cats share their first Cypher with like vendettas and AOKs, maybe occasionally. But you got thrown right in the mix, fed right to the wolves rather in your first Cypher, and held your own and shit. So
I was scared as fuck on stage.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. But anyway, we're about to get into rapid fire in 5 minutes. Johnny, I don't know if you have a question you want to get into before that.
So just to kind of piggyback off of what you and Trip just said, I know you said that like you had it in the back of your mind of like the idea of how hip hop used to be back then, where people would just kind of only listen to themselves. When you saw that everyone was like all about unity and like and the togetherness, and also like everyone being friendly, like how did that like how did seeing that change your aspect of wanting to do things going forward?
It was completely, it changed it completely, because the way I saw it was this is going to be, if I'm going to do hip hop, I'm going to have to maybe not fight in the literal sense, but it's going to be competition at every corner, and I'm going to have to dig in. I'm going to have to, you know, you get into that mentality that you have, like, you know, when you're on a bus full of strangers kind of thing, you know, like, and when it was cool, I can't even explain it. It was like, the things that I wanted to do started to appear. I had spent so long not thinking about it. The aspirations and the goals started to kind of like click, like, bro, like, you know, just all the things that you kind of always want out of hip hop, that I always loved about hip hop. Cause bro, I love hip hop. Like dude, I'll still break dance. If somebody comes up to me popping, I'll still battle them right now. It's just an instant, you know, like I love that shit. I stop on the highway and almost crash when I see a dope piece. So to see hip hop so like, it was refreshing, bro. It was like, because everything I had seen from where I it wasn't that. It really wasn't, you know. Even up until that point, what I saw, like in my own experience, from like, it just wasn't that, you know. Even the other circles, you know, just the violence that happens at certain. I'm not gonna say violence at hip hop shows because that's cliche and that's not true, but just like certain things that you know, that I remember, it just wasn't that way.
Those type of things go down at many live events, regardless of music genre, especially like metal and shows and stuff like that. Which,
bro, country music, all right, like, and no matter what, like shit it has nothing to do with the genre, you know.
No, I don't think so.
But more. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, you were right about even in you know, the difference between the grind mode shows and even other shows in different circles in the same area. It's like, you know, when I was coming up with grind mode in the beginning about 10 years ago, you know, not their beginning, but for me, I noticed the difference between the grind mode events and some other local promoters events where you'd get a lot more love, and it wasn't a room full of like butterflies on the wall, and it was like a more room full of people congregating and networking and talking to each other and stuff. And it was just such a better vibe every time I would go to one of these events. And I found myself obviously start doing less of the other ones and coming over and rocking with grind mode a lot more often. And that's where we have, you know, still to this day. So
I did my first show. With you guys. You know, speaking of, you know, like my first ever performance, I met through grind mode, and my first thanks again, Johnny, for that opportunity. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the blessings that have come from it, and the people I've met have, you know what I mean, have been like huge. You know.
Yeah, so you know what they say, right? That what's the phrase? They say if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together, right?
Love it.
So, absolutely.
Facts, bro.
Cool. All right, man. Let's get into this rapid fire. Guys, if you're not familiar, rapid fire is a segment where we take 2 minutes and we ask our affiliates a series of random questions, either or. We're looking for a one-word answer with not too many details, pun intended. So make sure to just try to keep it to a one-word answer unless we ask you to elaborate, which we won't. So
nah, not after I just did. I just fucking whatever I just did. But now go ahead.
Right, good,
Yeah,
man.
you Grammy speech the whole show.
No, we told the story. Hey, we told the story.
I'm sorry.
We got to get a cricket.
It was
We
a
got to
great
get a
story.
cricket sound effect though. All right, guys. Oh no, we need an Emmy speech. Hold on. Let me play this timer here. Guys, rapid fire brought to you by Brawlers Inc. Clothing. Yes, sir. Hop on brawlersinclothing.com. Grab you a fresh t-shirt today.
Speaking of fresh t-shirts.
Oh, yeah. Can you see me or no? I'm sharing a screen, so I can't tell.
Yeah, we can still see you.
Yeah, bang. Holler at your boy Johnny Concepts. You see it.
If you guys want a Barrio Bros t-shirt,
fire.
hit us up.
You see
They
it.
are available in all sizes. But let's get to this
Hold on.
rapid fire.
I'm fucking up. Hold on. Go.
50 Cent or Game?
50 Cent.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Jay-Z.
Sega or Nintendo?
Nintendo.
Buffalo or barbecue?
Buffalo.
Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali?
Mike Tyson.
Lyrics or beats?
Lyrics.
Who's gonna win the NBA Finals this year?
Celtics.
Kanye is a rapper or producer?
Kanye is a producer.
Favorite brand of sneaker?
New Balance.
Most listened to album of all time?
Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt.
Favorite non-hip hop song?
It's Not Living If It's Not With You by the 1975.
J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar?
J. Cole.
Sonic or Mario?
Mario.
Would you rap over this beat?
Fuck yeah.
Super salad?
Salad.
Ranch or blue cheese?
Blue cheese.
Lamborghini or Ferrari?
Ferrari.
Tacos or pizza?
Taco pizza.
Cheater.
Favorite sauce?
Roman. Bolognese.
Oh shit. Okay. You did great, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for participating in Rapid Fire. Once again, brought to you by Brawlers Inc. Clothing. That was dope. This kid said, "I'll take the super salad." Oh yeah. I'll take taco pizza too. Have you ever had taco pizza? I would assume you've had taco pizza. It's pretty good, right?
It's fire, bro.
Yeah, it is good. It's really good. All right, we're getting on with it. Top 5 grind mode affiliates that Dtaylz the Prophet would like to work with, could see himself working with, thinks he'd sound good on a track with. I want to hear 3 to 5 names.
Oof. This is I would say Rage Roxwell.
Rage gets the little pinky.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it count.
I'm trying to think because like a lot of the people like that I want to work with, I'm starting to like work with. So just appreciate everybody that is starting to like work with me and shit.
You can say my name. It's okay.
We just gotta like use that goddamn beat.
Yeah. Exactly.
Get it out of the way so we can use another one.
Right.
Obviously, like there's like the top. There's like I call it like the Pac 10, like the grind mode Pac 10. You know, it's like the affiliates from the past that are still like here. There's like 10 of y'all. You know. So like I'm gonna cheat and be like besides those 10. All right.
Okay.
Small hands. He's dope, bro.
Good pick.
And Small Hands is dope. What's the Kid Arsenic? He's fire.
Yep.
There's a new kid who's I mean, there's so many new people I've met that are fire. I want to work with everybody. Pestilence, that's his name.
I haven't met Pestilence yet, but yeah, okay. He is dope.
Well, he had a mask on. I didn't know if like part of his thing was he doesn't talk, so I wasn't sure. So I didn't really talk to him.
So you just assume people with masks don't talk?
Kinda. I was like, yo, I said, yo, your mask is dope. And he was like, you know, kind of.
It's dope.
So he doesn't talk then.
He talked. That was the I think that might have been the copyright one. So I was nervous as fuck for that cipher. So and then no, I'm gonna cheat and say Lingo and AOK. I'm gonna cheat and go and say the usual.
Just to barrel through it.
No, because I haven't actually talked to them about collabing. Like I've talked to you guys. I've talked to I talked to Lingo and AOK about a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just one thing that we really haven't talked about is collabing. So, you know.
Dope. Yeah, get it done, man. I'd like to hear all those tracks. For sure. AOK says Pesto the fam. First of all, pesto is an excellent shortening of the word pestilence, and pestilence. I think you should be privy to the nickname pesto because A, it's delicious. B,
if you don't have a nut allergy.
I got you. Yeah, you're right about that, huh? But other than that, it's pretty fucking good. I rock with pesto.
He didn't take the bait.
What?
I said you didn't take the bait.
No. I was wondering what the bait was. I must have went over my head. I don't know.
No, it didn't. It's all right.
All right. Whatever. In that case,
it's a stupid joke. Forget it.
Just because you mentioned that it was the copyright cipher and you were nervous as fuck, I'm gonna go ahead and play your verse from the copyright cipher, so maybe people can see just how nervous you were. You know what I'm saying? So or not. So once again, thanks. Yeah, of course. Thanks to the homie AOK for uploading these videos for me here, so I don't have to share a screen.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, hell yeah, big time. All right, guys, the mics will be muted. Mics will be muted. Yeah, we need AOK, man. We got to bring you on the show. You got to pop in once in a while, man, and ask like a special question. We got to have like a new AOK segment where you pop on and like drop a link or
like celebrity questions.
Yeah, like a AOK celebrity question.
Okay.
Yeah, has to be a good question.
Ask me a question.
Hold on, here we go. We're going with this. Dtaylz, The Prophet, copyright cipher verse. When was this released? Not too long ago, no? About 2 months ago?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like recent.
Yeah. All right, guys, check this one out.
Them goggles and your brains will be Googles. Devils in the details. This gon' be a hell of a weekend. If it's your death on a song, I belong in the remix. You mess with my team, you gon' meet the rest of the heathens. 4 arms with the beams of them General Grievous. There's a war starting, partner, you gon' need some more Spartans. Voice inside the head of a demon, I'm Cortana. And now I don't need a bigger boat, bitch, I got jaws dropping. Sports doctor, clearing out the bench for your starters. My code of honor, leave metal press. Like a coat of armor, bite the silver bullet from the can. Who's your correspondence? Ain't your dad, but you get son. Take it a step farther. Type to skip the fade and wait for the next barber. Squares cool, not boxing. Menthol ban. Need insurance for they mouth. Try a dental plan. Won't slide till I verify with retinal scans. Order fire on the beat till instrumentals ban.
That verse was tough.
Yeah, it is.
That retinal scan line. And I definitely fuck with that.
See, not a lot not a lot of people like caught the Cortana or the retinal scan one. I'm not. Maybe they did, and they just don't. They just like, that shit's whack. But
I was a big Halo nerd in high school, so fucking
yeah.
So,
So you got it's the demon.
Yeah, shit's dope, bro, man. It was a good time. I didn't make that event. I was sad about it. I'm still upset about it a little bit. You know, but it's all right.
I was like, yo, you know. Oh no, that wasn't that one. It was another one. Never mind. I think every time we don't go to an event, we always like bitch about it to each other.
Yeah, pretty much. We need somebody to vent to. You're a good person to vent to. You're a good person to vent to. Gambles, the lucky bastard up in the building.
Bastard.
Dtaylz a beast. You could work on the spelling a bit, but you good. We appreciate the shout out. Didn't you just say that because the letters are so crazy or something? Yeah.
I appreciate. I love like I know. So like I know when it's someone that's new to listening to me or someone that's never heard me before. I always love those comments on my Cyphers because it's like, yo, Dtaylz was dope, but it's spelled crazy. You know, like it's like DALQ. It's like, yo, D Quelly was dope. I'm like, yo, appreciate it.
Like, I think that's
Gambles,
for me, yo.
Gambles was way closer than most, to be honest.
Yeah, so. Facts, big facts. Yeah, big time. Yeah, it's not bad. It's actually correct. He just added a letter for you. Yeah. All right, we got more questions. We're gonna bang these questions out. We got 20 minutes left with you for tonight. So Johnny, why don't you hit him with one of your questions?
So if you had the means to like say you got famous yesterday and you got millions of dollars, what would you do to uplift your community?
Nice.
To uplift my community, first thing is I don't know if you guys have seen all the empty buildings and houses everywhere. Yeah. But they're just sitting there. All these banks and companies hold these properties for a long time. Some of these banks pay fines for holding them for so long. We have a huge homeless problem in Rhode Island. Like it's, you know, everywhere has it. And homelessness is directly tied to mental illness and addiction. So my first step would just be to stop buying properties and doing something with it, you know, start creating habitats for people to live in. You know, a lot of people, you know, they got nowhere to go. So getting clean sometimes isn't like a fucking, you know, if you're homeless, like, why the fuck would you want to get clean? You got nowhere to live. Like, fuck it, get drunk. I hear you. So if you have somewhere to live, don't you, you know, it's going to uplift you a little. It's going to make, you know, it's going to give you a little bit of I don't know what the word is, but yeah, motivation. Like, you know, so that would, you know, that, and you know, my daughter's blind, so there's not a lot of, you know, I just realized in this last 6 months, there's not a lot of programs for the blind, especially for blind kids. So I would start creating more programs for blind and visually impaired, not just kids but people.
That's dope, bro. That's awesome. One of the best answers we've got for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's great. Now, with that being said, I know you said you've done music way in the past, in the early 2000s. Now you're here now with grind mode. How has your sound evolved, and where do you see yourself going?
My first sound. So when I used to freestyle, I was very like rhythmic based. I cared about the lyrics, but it was just as equal about finding that like bounce in the song. When I first started writing, which was 2 years ago, a lot of it, I feel like a lot of it sounds forced. Not completely terrible, but like I write it, then I rap it, and it's like, okay, it's punchlines, it's bars, so it's not terrible, but you know, there's so much more. I'm trying to capture that sound of that freestyle back in the day, but still having some topic. So over the last, I mean, I've only been doing this for like a couple of years now. So I think the main thing I've noticed that I've tried to do is to add some more personality, add some somebody who does that, you know, like battle rap. I love battle rap, so I try to add a little bit of battle rap personality into the way that I rap. And so someone said it great. So Ms. Laura wrote something on Facebook that stuck out to me. She was like, a good Cypher verse should have like not too many punchlines. At first I was like, well, why not? But then it made sense. She was like, it should be like an equal balance of like punchlines, delivery. And I was, yo, it makes sense. And I thought about it because I focused so much on punchlines that, you know, that really stuck with me. So that's where I'm headed. I'm going to start experimenting more with like the freestyle Dennis, you know, like the dude that would rap over Metallica in a car, stoned at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know? So that's.
Yeah, I hear you. I know exactly what you mean by that because I like to dabble with the freestyle when a beat's on, when I'm feeling good around the homies as well. So you do catch a different bounce to the beat than you would ordinarily when you sit down with the pen and paper or your phone or however you write lyrics. And to find that medium is going to be dope for you. It does take time and it does take skill. The funny thing is some people might not have any idea what the fuck we're talking about, but I know exactly what you mean. And it's like you just ride the beat entirely differently when you're coming with words off the top of your head, and is what we mean. And then when you sit down with the pen and paper, your schemes and the words you want to use in particular are forced into a certain pattern that your freestyle wasn't going in that direction maybe. And so I know exactly what he means. And no, your delivery doesn't sound forced or anything like that at all. So no, man, your shit's good. It all fits right in. I just wanted to say all that too.
Appreciate it.
But no, man, dope answers and shit. I got one for you though. If you could, like Johnny said, you just got famous yesterday. So if you could like co-headline a festival with a couple of today's biggest artists, maybe it's like it's a hip hop pop festival. You have the biggest pop stars and hip hop stars of the world. You can co-headline that with like 10 other artists. Or you can go do a show at the Strand in Rhode Island in front of, 500 to 1,000 people by yourself, and just have everyone there for Dtaylz the Prophet. Which would you rather do?
I mean, obviously, I would love to be able to have the experience. Like, I would like to be able to collaborate with those artists, pop artists, but I love the intimate, like like that was my first time performing, but that was dope, bro. It wasn't that many people there, but it was like, yo, it was fire. Like it was crazy, like I don't think I've had that, like, besides getting married, but besides that, that's the most fun I've ever had, No, that was like the best experience of my life, like it really was.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was a good night.
I appreciate that. A show that I threw is one of the best experiences in your life, even more than your wedding.
Right.
Well, my wife was there, so I guess that means it wouldn't have been as good if she wasn't.
That was covered our tracks.
Yeah, good save. Yeah, we're referring to a show that Johnny and I, Dtaylz, 5. Another affiliate and Sacred Nation member, Drive, was a part of. We had a bunch of good acts that night. It was a really good vibe in the building. It was Dtaylz' first ever live performance, not a Cypher verse, and he crushed it. And we all had a really good time, and we got some more networking done and shit like that. So that was a great night. Johnny, thank you again for doing that for us, man. It was dope.
Absolutely. Thank you for performing with me. I appreciate that. It was awesome.
All right, guys. I do have more questions. Johnny, do you have one? Because I'm digging in my thing. That sounded bad now that I realized what I just said.
Yeah, can we get this
Hold on. I'm digging.
Come on.
Behind the grind. All right.
If I didn't know how well you are, I would be offended.
So I know you got like a bunch of Cypher verses out now. How many Cyphers have been on? 10 plus?
Yeah, I did one in 2020. No, I did COVID-16, and then between 2021, between that Brooklyn Cypher and now, I think I've done like 11 Cyphers or 12 maybe.
Nice. Well, keep
So
count because you don't want to be like me. So make sure you keep count.
Okay. I think I've done 13. I got two more coming out. I got two coming out. I don't know when. One was the VIP.
We don't count those.
VIP. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Well then,
call it 12. You're 11. Fine.
All right.
What else? What else are you working on besides you got 2 Cyphers in the stash, as we like to say? You got anything else dropping?
I do. I am. So I like to call it like the artist collab pipeline. There's like the stages that each that you go through when you're collabing. I started so many, and which is I'm happy for, but I have ADD so bad. So to any artist that like we're working on something and I haven't like responded, I have my ADD so bad. So please don't take it as I'm not like, oh, standoffish. Like, bro, I am like, I realize sometimes I don't answer someone and I'm like panicking, like, oh my God. But so I'm working on probably right now a lot of 9 collabs with affiliates, and then some artists that I met on the app, that battle app. I have my first project being produced by my cousin, who was at the show that night, and who is, that's my cousin's like my right hand, besides Friday, my cousin, that's my brother. It's not even my cousin, that's my brother. He's producing my album. And I can't read the chat while I talk. It's too much. All right, so I got that, and then I have me and Friday have I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it, but I am. Me and Friday have a collaboration album that we're working on. Friday's doing his metal thing this summer, so we're working on it. I don't have a release for that. My album, I'm looking at end of summer, early fall for my first project. And I have some really dope collabs that I'm working on. Most of them are affiliates. I met so that's like for me it's dope, and I keep meeting more people through that. I have a collab with Copyright that's coming out. I don't know when, but I did a song with Frankie. Oh, so Frankie V, that's already out. Oh, I got a song with Rez and Mickey Bourbon that's coming out.
Nice.
And my memory sucks, but I have my project that's coming out. My first project.
You got a title for your project?
No, I have 3.
You have 3
I don't know.
Titles you're
working titles.
Yeah.
What are
the Prophet?
Let's
the Prophet.
Vote.
All right, I have the so far the Prophet Speaks is the only one I can remember. I have a bunch written down. The Prophet Speaks.
That's not bad. Prophet Speaks. Okay.
The Prophet Speaks because money talks, and details the prophet.
Yeah, I like the devil's in the details.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I like that too.
Yeah. It's gonna be a hell of a weekend.
So me and Friday's me and Friday are collab. Our collab where you guys you guys have the Barrio Brothers. Our group is gonna be Necessary Evil. Barrio Brothers. Yo, I'm not even trying to like plug. I listen to that shit all the time. That is a fire project.
You listen to this all the time?
Thank you.
The track with the sample from Super Nintendo Mario, the
title track.
That shit is fucking like I know Trip, you're like a fucking performer, bro. Like I saw your fucking abilities like shine, but you punched on that one too. So that one was, that's a crazy track. That's a crazy track. So yeah, so it's Necessary Evil. It's me and Friday Goodish. Friday's producing a lot of the beats. We haven't really talked about collabs. We would obviously, you guys are in our, you don't know it yet, but you guys is something we've talked about. I've talked about.
We got it, bro. Yeah,
yeah.
Got it. The four of us got it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then me and John, obviously we talked about it in Trip. We have a beat that is getting done. No, that's gonna be fire though. That's a fire ass beat. So that's gonna be
it is. I'm looking forward to that too. Yeah, that's something too I can work on. Me and Johnny are gonna start working on the Barrio Brothers 2 project. So or Super Barrios 2 rather. So maybe when I swing over there, I'll bang out some collab work and shit like that. So we'll definitely get that in soon, man.
Yeah, for sure. So let's hit him with the table question.
Sorry. One more thing. I'm gonna be speak. Wait, what happened? Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
Oh, I'm gonna be. I'm sorry. Oh.
What's going on?
Are you glitching? Yo, Mandela effect.
I just had deja vu. I'm confused.
Did you? Oh, that's fucked up. Johnny's having deja vu over here.
What?
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I am starting the work. I'm gonna be putting on a show. I kind of talked about. I think I talked about it with you, Trip. Maybe with Johnny. I don't remember. I have bad memory, but it's gonna be kind of what we were talking about addiction, and also I'm gonna be starting the process for doing something for the blind. I met online another a young blind, not young, but he's in his 20s, blind kid. I don't want, that sounds wild. I met this blind dude from New York, and we talked about putting on an event. So I have some the end of the summer, there's going to be a lot of things that are coming out for me. Album, performances, Cyphers. It's like exponentially happening, and it's dope. I'm happy and blessed for it. I'm scared because my attention span sucks. So
Hey, where there's a will, there's a way, man. And I know you persevere through that shit. And also let Johnny and I know if you end up booking the cause show for the blind, because we would love to be down for something like that. I know I can speak for both of us when I say that. So we'd love to be a part of that. Grimo, I'm sure much of affiliates would. So
oh yeah,
put out there. Johnny, I think we still got time for the roundtable question before we get out, do shout outs and get out of here.
All right. So you're at a restaurant. There is 6 chairs. You're at one of those chairs. At those other seats are anyone from any walk of life. They could be fictional, fake, or a real person. Could be a character from a movie, whoever it may be, cartoon character, comic book character, doesn't matter. Who are those people that are at that table with you? Did you hear me?
No, all right. So you said if you were at a restaurant, you had 5 chairs, and it could be anybody from history, real or fake.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. I would have to say Attila the Hun. Attila the Hun, because like this, he was a beast. Darth Vader.
Okay.
Darth Vader.
I have a feeling there's going to be a fight at this table.
Bob Marley.
Oh, maybe not.
Pablo Escobar.
Maybe.
And Thor.
Yeah. That's wild.
That is a wild list.
Who's paying the bill?
Where no one's paying, with fucking chewing and screwing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh, I like it.
Yeah, that's a good one. With Bob Marley, as legendary as he is, and I would love to be at a table with him as well. I don't know if he fits in on that table.
Bob Marley's probably my most real answer for who I'd actually want to like sit and talk to.
Throw to some names and shit. You said Darth Vader.
No,
Pablo Escobar is a
real,
good,
like
good
Pablo.
one too.
Yeah, no, Pablo Escobar, absolutely. Like, no, for real. No, I'm serious. Like, I have like jokingly, no, I have real reasons for Darth Vader. Like Darth Vader, like you're talking about someone that like pain, you know, he everything about him was pain. His suit, his existence, his upbringing. You know what I mean? Like that's some, you know, I feel like I resonate, you know, with that dude a lot. You know, like somebody who committed so much crazy shit, and in the end, like maybe it was too late in the end, but you know,
he just gets murked in the end. Like that's like when people are like, "Oh, Scarface, man." I'm like, Scarface, Tony Montana. I'm like, he always dies at the end. He always dies at the end of that movie. That fucking assassin always gets him every time I've seen it. I don't know why you want to be him. Just like Darth Vader, he fucking gets murked, bro. I love the resonation with the pain and shit. I'm feeling that part, but he still dies in that movie too. So,
well, he became a Force ghost after, actually, but
yeah, okay, all right, touche.
No, but you're right. You're right. All the bad guys, they always die, bro. You know.
I know, it's true. Say goodnight to the bad guy. In that case, say goodnight to the bad guy.
Okay.
Dtaylz. Give shout outs in your Scarface impression voice and let the people know where they can give some links for the people.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram. No, you can find me on Instagram, Dtaylz the Prophet. I want to thank my cousin. My wife is a saint. Yeah, no. I want to shout out first of all, you guys have been like awesome. Like you guys have been like great friends with music. Same thing, AOK, Lingo, Friday, Frankie. Like these guys have been mentors, bro, in like every sense of the word. And like seriously, like questions, answers, like always. Knowledge and mischief. Like during this first summer, it all came back. You know, and I kind of saw what it takes to if I really want to rap, bro, you know, like what that hustle, that grind, you know, like what, you know, same thing with the performing, you know, like I've gotten to get like an up row seat because of grind mode. So shout out to everybody in grind mode. Shout out to my family, my cousin who is like my, you know, that I wouldn't be here without my cousin musically. That kid is my biggest advocate, my biggest pusher besides my wife, you know.
Dope.
That's what's up.
That's dope, man.
And we want to thank you for kicking it with us. We appreciate that.
I appreciate you guys. This is dope.
Yeah. You knew it was gonna be your turn in the chamber one of these days. We got you in 41. That's your number now. I'll refer to you as 41. And that's it. No more details. So you're just 41 now.
I'm gonna name a song 41.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty dope. All right, guys.
You need people like me.
You need people
so
like
you
me.
Can point your fucking finger.
Point your finger.
That's the bad guy.
Hey, Chichi.
To the bad guy.
All right, guys. On a final note, I do want to say go Celtics. I know Johnny and I are gonna go check them out right now. They're about to tip off.
Go
Dtaylz, once again, thanks for having us. You're a super cool dude. Guys, reach out to him next time you see him at an event. He's very humble, very, very cool dude. He's like, yeah, whatever. Okay. All right. This has been Behind the Grind, volume 41. I am your host, Trip B.
And I am Johnny Concepts.
Dtaylz, say peace.
Peace to the Middle East and Brooklyn.
Have a good night, guys. Peace out. 41's a wrap.
Go Celtics.
Go Celtics.